Alright. Check, check, check. Hello. Let me just get this dude going. I actually almost ate my lunch during the setup, which isn't terrible. We're gonna get there, guys. 1 second. Okay. So, quick check of the audio. And we're playing. John Christensen, what's up, man? Dude, I'm gonna message you. Seriously, I'm gonna do it, John.
What the hell?
Oh, wait, I thought oh, dude, I already beat this part. Oh, well. I gotta do it again, apparently. That's alright. Devin, what's up, man? Devin Hodge, you should hop on, dude, seriously.
I heard about a squad of cougars who came out this way to try and set up a camp on top of Raptor Peak. I ain't seen hide nor hair of that U.S. Marshal. Hope he's safe wherever he
I'm gonna try to use a grappling hook when I'm not under the stress of combat. Oh, this is convenient. I'll get down now. We'll go do something. Alright, seriously. Oh, there we go. Did I lose a dang helicopter? Looking like we're walking. Alright, well, good time to talk about stuff. Alright. So why I am happier in corporate America than out on my own.
never can have enough.
In 2019, here's I eat my lunch. You know, I have been out on my own twice, and the thing that was really tough both times, I just didn't get to a place where I was able to scale the business. Uh-oh, the crazy ones. Are these like zombie dudes or what? Or women, I guess I don't know for sure, but... Okay, you do that. I'm gonna go down here and get this person. Those people are like, there's something wrong with them. They don't take pain or whatever. All right. Got to get down here. Got to talk about stuff. So, a brief history of kind of me going out on my own, operating as more of a solo operator than necessarily like a business owner, with some supplemental help. But did it from 2012 to 2013. And that changed because of the fact that I did not have, basically I just couldn't afford my health insurance anymore. So it was all right. I enjoyed part of it. I was supplementing my income with some, okay, it looks like I got a grapple down here. This is pretty cool. Here we go. How far can I grapple? Can I get all the way to the ground or no? Try to like get over here or something. Kind of feel like that's gonna hurt. Oh, I get it. Whoa, that was cool. Alright. So, I am just sending this grappling thing. The, Eric, what's up, man? You wanna hop on for 5 minutes? Just grab the Zoom link, dude, and we can just, you know, talk about, whatever. Talk about project management. Learn a little bit more about how you got into that world. Alright, as I traverse this lake by foot because the game didn't save and I lost my stupid place. Ooh, is there a four-wheeler right there? Because a four-wheeler would be very helpful right about now. Seth Simmons, dude, seriously, you should hop on. Hang on. Hey, bye. Oh yeah, I'm getting the four-wheeler. When the wolf's at the door. Or just in the middle of the woods. Alright. Carly, what's going on?
I'm ready to go.
Welcome. To my internet thing. Quick story from my childhood. Whoops. Uh-oh. So, I ruined the four-wheeler. That was bad. Oh, jeez. What do I... Oh, man, it's all the way... They got a jet ski? Ryan, what's up, man? You gonna jump on and say, hey, that would be a lot of fun. You are still one of the very funniest people I have ever met in my life. Should I swim across the lake? Well, Seth, if you don't come on, the questions cannot get answered. Well, you know what? Don't walk in front of my arrow, you idiot. Well, you know what? I'm gonna kill this thing first. Well, dude, if you walk in front of a bow that's drawn, what do you think's gonna happen? Weirdo. Alright, so back to the topic at hand. Come on. I was gonna say, give me my skin. Alright. Back to the topic at hand. Uh-oh, bad guys. Bad guys. Or is that not a bad idea? That's a hostage right there. Thing is, we don't want to go right at the hostage because we're going to trip him up. We got to see what's going on here. Dave Rammer, dude, you should hop on. Seriously. Hit the Zoom link. Just jump in. You'll be right on. I suppose Seth Simmons, if you're not going to hop on, boxer briefs. Alright. Am I telling the story? Am I killing these peoples? Or am I both? Ah! I didn't do this right. Oh, we are underwater. No, Seth Simmons. In the post description, there's a link to Zoom, and you can jump in that way. I have a feeling they're going to get some backup, and that's going to be bad. I need to get rid of this bow and get a gun like a real Montana police person. Well, what do you think I'm doing? Alright, here we go. Is that everybody? That should be most of them. Nick, what's up, dude? Seriously, you should hop on. Oh, whoops. Now who's trying to kill me? That person was. Might have been just a little bit over the top. I want my bow back. Oh, man, I only got 6 arrows, though. Oh, well. Another crazy. All right. I can't message people while the game's going on, which is like, oh, whoops. Oh, who's here? Hang on. Let me see who's here. Derek Thomas, what's up, man? Can you hear me? Wait, is there a delay? Can you hear me, man? Derek. Wait, I can't hear you, though.
Can't hear me.
Oh, I can hear you now. Oh, turn your volume down. Or wait, no, kill the stream. Kill the stream so I can talk to you without hearing myself.
Derek Thomas, what's up, man?
Alright, I'm going to go back to play. Oh, wait, come back.
Wait, is there a delay? Can you hear me, man?
Yeah, come back. There's about a minute delay. Alright, keep talking when you're back in here. I'm going to keep playing. Alright. Did I lose my guest? Derek, come back when you're back, man. Last bite o' pork. Hashtag not vegan. Hashtag needed a truck.
Let's do this.
Alright, how do I get around here? Go back out to the main road, I guess. I keep destroying vehicles in the lake because I'm not turning fast enough. I did it again? It's taking me a while to traverse this. Derek, come back, man.
I'm trying.
Oh, wait, you're here. Wait, are you here? Wait, hang on.
Go back out to the main road, I guess.
Okay, so I think I got it. Can you hear me?
Vehicles in the lake. Yeah, there's just a bad echo.
Yeah, so how do we get rid of that? Hang on.
Hang on, let me try this. It's taking me a while.
Because I didn't have it yesterday.
There we go.
You got it. Well, awesome.
Hey!
Look at this. All right, man, I'm going to keep playing.
All right.
And you keep talking. So how the heck are you?
I'm well. I have enjoyed watching you put this together over the last few weeks, and it seemed like it was high time to jump in and say hello.
I know. I was thinking. Okay, so hang on. I got to do something here. Is this a good? Oh, it's a good person. Let me see what's up with them.
King's Hot Springs Hotel is haunted. Now the cult's torturing people there. I hope the ghosts take care of the Peggies for us.
I don't think that's gonna happen. All right, so yeah, dude, I pass a train store all the time, and it makes me think I need to hang out with you.
Look, trains.
Oh, I can't. You're not on screen, unfortunately. I gotta see. I don't have it set up where I can see you.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm surrounded by trains, as is
Oh.
my daily world. I'm getting text messages from my wife and boss.
Speaking of trains, I really want to take Amtrak out to Montana sometime. To just to do it.
Do it while you still have the chance, because hey, here's something we can talk about: the current political climate and how it's affecting what's left of the U.S. Passenger rail infrastructure that is quickly crumbling as fast as you can say Amtrak.
Yeah, well, did you see my whole social media thing? I was in that Amtrak wreck last year, which is not Amtrak's fault. Yeah, so I'm still in a little shoulder trouble, to be honest with you, man. So I mean, I'm pretty good. Oh, I got run over.
Bummer.
That hurts worse than probably the accident. But
Hey, look, somebody else is
no, I don't. Oh, did somebody else jump on?
yeah.
Wait, let me see.
Good company.
Oh, hey, this is fun. Oh, Seth Simmons, dude, this is such an interesting party. Okay, so we were discussing. I gotta jump back on. Seth Simmons, what are you doing in the world right now?
I am on my lunch break.
Oh, are you? I am on my lunch break for another 25 minutes or so. Okay, so we were just discussing public transit. As Derek, you want to explain what you do for a living? And then Seth, you want to explain what you do for a living?
Sure. So, long story short, the company I work for, I'm now an Indiana licensed auctioneer. The company I work for, we are the largest toy train auction house in the United States. I get paid to sell toy trains.
That's pretty cool.
It's not a bad gig.
And it took you, Derek, it took you a while to get there, though, right? Like, I mean, you had to put in some work to, like, get to that stage of your career?
Yes and no. So, we people talk about the paths they take to get from A to B, and to make a long story short, my career in radio, which is how Seth and I met, led me to Central Indiana, which happens to be a hop, skip, and jump away from my current office. And through an odd series of events, I got connected to the company I'm with now. But for me, this goes back to a childhood hobby that I just happen to get paid for now. So, yeah.
By the way, I die a lot more when I'm trying to talk and do this, but it's a lot more fun. And Seth, my friend over in Kansas City, who I've yet to meet in real life, but now we're sort of in the same state. Do you live in Missouri or Kansas, man?
I'm on the Kansas side.
You're on the Kansas side. We're not in the same state.
Yeah.
Home of excellent barbecue.
Although Sugar Fire in St. Louis is pretty flippin' good. No, I think this is an interesting topic. Let's talk about transit for a second. As it does, the adulting game where it's sort of about life skills and career. And this is one of those things where there's not a ton of things where I'm like the government should spend more money. But if we could connect cities to get business going faster, that actually does. So like nobody, at least I don't regret the investment of the interstate structure. So it's one of those very few things where I'm like, I wish there was more spending. If we would connect like Pittsburgh, Philly, oh man, good Lord. If we would connect some of these cities, like you could do like Pittsburgh, Philly, and Detroit in, just like a couple of hours total on these bullet trains like they got in Europe and Japan. We tried it in Northern California, which is a stupid place to put it, and it didn't really go anywhere, so that's a bad pitch on it. The real pitch is that it would increase commerce, and that's why it's worth an investment. Sort of like the fact that we can move stuff around on roads instead of rivers actually really did help the American economy. And was that a Buffalo? It was. All right. So, Derek, you were saying this is a good thing. Seth, I don't know if you'll take the other position or not. I guess we'll find out.
A good thing to increase spending on public transit?
Well, specifically, I would say that if we could do a better job of connecting major cities via rail, that provides the opportunity for new business to pop up. But if you're taking the train, you don't get to run over like psychopath cult members like I just did, or get in these car accidents with these psychopath cult members. No, it's one of the very few places where I feel like more spending, and not necessarily because it's like I'm like a huge like, well, if we drive less, like we'll have less global warming because electric cars are just running on coal right now. So I don't know how those people are getting a tax break for that, and I'm not. Yeah, so that was the topic Derek brought up, and that's one of those things I tend to hold a bit of a contrarian view on. All the research I've seen says that, particularly like poorer cities, if we could connect them where you could commute to them from other cities, that they would grow. So, for example, Chicago is so terrible as far as the cost now that people are actually commuting from Milwaukee on we'll just walk. They're commuting from Milwaukee on a train that's nonstop. So it's like an hour 15, hour 20, because then you can live in Wisconsin and make Chicago money but not do Chicago taxes, which is really quite convenient. So that's what we were talking about.
So, all right, let me carve out a position here. Let me just stipulate, even though I'm probably leaning in the direction of not spending any public money on infrastructure, I'll stipulate for now that let's say that I'm okay with that, and I'm okay with increased spending to do all of that. I think I wouldn't want a penny of it spent until they could find someplace else to cut a commensurate amount. Like, it should not be any new spending at all. So if you're going to spend $1 million on roads, cut $1 million from something else, because there's very little the government does that's actually efficient or useful or moral, just in terms of coercion involved.
I actually agree with you. And here's the position I'm going to take in terms of the challenge has been, and this dates back all the way to the 1950s. In the 1950s, the decision was made by the Interstate Commerce Commission to start subsidizing highway and airport usage to the point that, and the amount of subsidies that highways and airports receive versus what the railroads receive for infrastructure these days is insane. And this decision dates back almost 70 years now. If you would take, and granted, you can't fix 70 years worth of infrastructure development of airports and highways, but if the allotment was equal in terms of you gave equal slices of the pie to all three major transportation infrastructures, if not more than that, you would have a much more robust national rail network than what you have right now. Because right now, the national rail network relies solely on freight traffic, and so for those railroads, there's no incentive to provide passenger rail service. If anything, it's a hindrance to their business. And so, yeah, I agree with you. I don't think we should spend anything more on it, but I think the railroads should get a cut of what the airports and what the highways have got.
Yeah, there's so much money that is spent on basically nothing. I would argue almost all of it's spent on basically nothing. There's a mountain in my way, guys. Oh, there's some steps. Look at that. That it seems like an easier project to get behind. Oh, that's a cave I can't go in. Okay. Cool, I can climb. All right. Yeah, just the research that I've seen. So and I would say I have a different politics locally than I do at the federal level, right? So economically, you know, I think about spending a lot, government spending a lot different where I can actually affect it, or where I can see it do something. So like in St. Louis, they don't have enough public transit downtown, which means that the businesses relocate out more in the county than in the city proper, which means traffic is heavy, which means it can't grow as fast as it could if we could get a lot of workers down into one space via train pretty quickly, which means companies are less likely to relocate here, which ultimately means, in housing and stuff like that my property's worth less. So therefore, I am disadvantaged from that. Now, do I want to have a federal program that says all cities should have more public transportation? I don't. Would it be really beneficial if we had a bunch of people getting to St. Louis getting to downtown St. Louis on a train instead of clogging up the interstate? It takes me 45 minutes to go 9 miles on my current commute. That sucks.
I've got a question for you, Seth.
Yes, sir.
I think you can you've seen both sides of this coin. So the current CEO and president of Amtrak, he actually used to be president of Delta Airlines, and one of the big initiatives that's happened within the last year has been the push for Amtrak to basically cut national level and rural routes. So the train you take to get back to Fishhook very well may not exist within the next 2 to 3 years. And so the push has been to move to these short haul routes that are connecting Milwaukee, Chicago, Chicago to, I don't know, let's say, some other major city around the lake, something like that. And so what you're seeing is this push away from, let's connect the national in terms of you wouldn't be able to take the train from Chicago to California or Montana or wherever anymore, but let's connect the cities. What's your position on that?
Man, that would be a bummer. And again, I just feel like there's so much government waste that this is something that that if done properly actually would increase commerce. Because if we could go fast, so if you could go fast to a place. So, for example, out in Seth Simmons. Why am I saying Seth Simmons like there's a third Seth? I know I'm not talking to myself. Have you been to Branson? Is it Is it good if you're not old?
I mean, it depends on where you go. We love Silver Dollar City. Kids love it. It's a lot of fun.
Okay.
We don't do a lot of stuff on the Strip. I mean, we've been to a few shows, but it's mainly about being out in the Ozarks, and then being a silver dollar city for us.
Okay, is it fair to call it old people Vegas or no?
To some extent, yeah. Go to all the restaurants and all the shows. It's a lot of old people.
Geriatric Vegas, yeah.
Yes.
So the Derek, I don't know if you're familiar with it. It's just a tourist trap in.
Oh yeah, no, I know Branson well.
So as far as stuff, Amanda and I feel like we can do once Ava's a few months older here that we could leave her overnight. Is that we feel like Kansas City, Seth, and I will definitely will call you when we get over there. Kansas City will do. It's a much easier thing to say yes to go spend our tourist dollars because Amtrak goes straight there from 10 minutes from my place, right? From our place. And that's a much easier trip for me to want to do for the limited time when I'm, not responsible for, when Amanda and I aren't responsible for a kid, as opposed to Branson, which is going to be like a 5-hour drive or whatever.
That makes sense to me.
So that's where but again, this kind of goes back to, are these poppy plants or why am I stoned? Can you guys see that I'm like drugged out?
I can't see your video game.
Oh, you can't see my video game? Oh, it's because, okay.
Between my cataloging screen for work and I'm watching you zipline right now. So
Well,
there's the poppy plants.
Yeah, so I Seth, in my video game, I got stoned. Seth, do you play at all or no?
Not really.
Not really. Okay, so Seth, Derek talked about what he did, which is super interesting. Catch everybody up on what you do, and then do you still do any video stuff as well, or?
Yeah, I mean, in my day job, I'm a project manager for a company that manages employment drug testing programs. So, if you get a job, you got to go pee in a cup, that sort of thing. So we'll manage programs like that for a lot of nationwide companies. Been doing that for about 12 years. In a variety of different capacities. In my free time, I like to produce a podcast. Sort of sporadically. I did just get a new episode out last week, and I'm already working on a few more. Yeah, does that cover it?
Yeah, that's pretty good. What's that?
I want to know what Seth's podcast is about.
Oh, so the podcast I'm doing is just called The Adulting Gamer, and that's Seth. Sorry, this is confusing.
I care less what you do.
Yeah, so let's talk about it because it's pretty good.
My podcast is called The Closed-Minded Podcast, and it's a twist or a riff on one of my favorite quotes from G.K. Chesterton, who said that merely having an open mind is nothing. The point of opening the mind, as of opening the mouth, is to shut it again on something solid. So basically, it's loosely organized around the books that I'm reading. I try to get authors on when I can. Sometimes do some solo episodes. Sometimes have some friends on to discuss stuff. But it's basically about engaging widely with interesting ideas, things that are off the beaten path, not being afraid of controversy or being told what you can or can't talk about, that sort of thing. So, yeah.
Very cool.
And what's the thing you've had the most pushback on? Any episode that really hacked people?
Well, I mean, it's not like I'm at the top of the charts or anything. I haven't really had any pushback. So.
Okay.
I also haven't really been super controversial with anything yet. Like, I might get into talking about, political anarchism, because I think that's really fascinating, even if I'm not necessarily an anarchist. It really intrigues me. I haven't decided if I'm going to get anything that touches on LGBT stuff or Me Too, anything like that. I know those are hot topics, and I do have a day job, so I'm aware of the risks of getting fired when you work in corporate America. So
yeah, it's amazing to me how many risks people will take once they are in. When I was in the media, it's kind of there's you kind of got your audience or whatever. When you're in the corporate world, it's amazing to me what people will take what risks that don't seem wise as far as what they'll just throw out there. Even on LinkedIn, just personally insulting people and stuff. I'm like, this is LinkedIn. What are you doing?
Yeah, I don't know why people treat LinkedIn like it's Facebook.
Well, LinkedIn is feeling pretty Facebooky these days in that, people are, I guess I'll just hunt some pronghorn my last, I got about 7 minutes here. In my, I just gotta, you guys are seeing the delayed feed. I got out of the tractor and it's just rolling down the hill. Woo! Okay. Yeah, I don't know why people aren't smarter on that. That's one of the things that I've been, what is this? Hang on, I gotta talk to this person. I'll just read it. Oh, it's like a drug dream or something.
So glad you came.
Oh, you guys can't see this.
Oh no, I'm watching you.
You're watching
Yeah, I
the.
said on a little bit of delay. I'm watching the tractor.
Okay.
Down the road.
Yeah. So let me. What? This is weird. So Seth, do you feel like one of the reasons that you're able to do well at project management is that you have another like outlet?
You mean just in terms of my emotional well-being?
Yeah, I mean, does it keep you more on point at work that you've got something that you have as a hobby?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that it
I know you've
directly
heard stories
connects
about
with
me.
work, other than the fact that I've realized that as I produce content, even if nobody's listening to it, I just really enjoy doing it and putting stuff out, and sort of the catharsis and the feeling of accomplishment that I get when I record an interview and put it together and mix it and drop it online and get stuff to share on social media, and just the feeling of producing finalized chunks of content is really enjoyable, and just intellectually stimulating. So yeah, that really, I'm glad that I have that piece of my personal life that is in parallel to the work stuff.
Well, what's interesting is I would say I'm someone who grew up on a farm, grew up in a farming family. I'm somebody that's kind of used to throwing a lot of hours at things because that was kind of the world I grew up in. But then also there's these breaks in farming where there's really nothing you can do or nothing going on. And you have to take a break. You get in the white collar world and that's not a thing. You can always work more. And as I eventually figured out how not to work all the time, I found out that I actually got more stuff done. That you can work 50, 55 hours a week. By hour 75, you basically are doing nothing with your time except sitting at your desk like a zombie.
There's a law of diminishing returns when it comes to that.
Yeah. So I was always somebody that just threw a lot of hours at stuff. It took me till my 30s to learn that. Derek, where have you been on that? Like, how much have you worked? Have you worked too much, not enough? Because I'd say you're a pretty passionate person.
So here's what I've learned. I have always been, and this has been a pretty hard rule, that I have always been very disciplined with my hours here at the job in terms of I walk in at 8, I walk out at 4. But, outside, I've spent the last 10 years, I've written a book. I've hosted, we're on episode 130 of a podcast, which has lasted for 6 years now.
Wow.
I do a lot of different projects, and what I've found is I finally found my wall last year in terms of, all the stuff I do encompasses model trains or railroading as a whole, and I finally found my wall last year where I'm just like, hey, after almost 7-8 years of doing this, it's my full-time day job, it's my hobby, and it's what I mess with at night, I'm over it. And so within the past years, I've started playing with cars again, and in terms of full size, working out in my shop on cars, and it just, yes, I agree with you guys. At some point, you find a wall with whatever you're passionate about, and it's like, okay, there's gotta be lines, so you stay passionate about it. Otherwise, burnout is very real and very alive.
Yeah. By the way, one of the worst days of Derek's life, I was with him. You found this like amazing salvage car and somebody stole it.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, dude, that was horrible.
Yeah, there was a 36 Ford sedan. I kind of wish that one wouldn't have gotten stolen, but that ranks pretty high up there on the crappy things. So, other than well, you know about my accident back in December, right?
Yeah, but the audience doesn't.
Oh, okay.
Rule of radio, you can't do that.
Don't fall off ladders.
Oop.
The results are not pretty. So, after 5 days in hospital, you don't want to be there anymore.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. So anyway, that's a different story for a different time, different place, and a different podcast.
Okay. No, I think maybe the theme we've hit on here is like, just using different parts of the brain. And that, as I think we're going to kind of hop into the duplex/rental game this next year, or maybe even try to buy like a storefront to rent out with a couple of apartments above it and live in one of them for a year or two. I'm actually fairly interested in going to junior college and just taking like 2 electrician courses at night and like 2 like plumbing courses at night, so I don't have to pay for that crap. As to where if that was my job, because and not that I have any trouble working hard or whatever, but I'd probably get kind of bored with that kind of work because I'm never going to be that good at it. But as a change of pace, I think it's actually enhances everything else I do. Last topic. So, what are you guys telling your kids about work and career and college and stuff, if anything, or just even real simple conversations about tasks? As that came up yesterday, but that college is probably going to turn into micro college where you do 8 weeks at a time, frequently throughout your life or something like that. So.
I sure hope so. I mean, I hope that by the time my kids are old enough to go to college, my oldest is 11, that the standard straitjacket 4-year degree is dead in the water, or at least one option of among many that are socially and culturally accepted. Yeah, I think that the whole system of higher education is a disaster. It's a racket. It's way too expensive. All you're getting is a credential that employers use to indicate that you can show up on time and perform some basic functions. So there's certainly some careers you obviously have to have a degree for, but there are plenty that you don't. And I think if you're getting $100,000 in debt for a degree in feminist basket weaving, you're a fool, and you deserve what you get to some extent. So I think my parents' generation, and I hope my generation does not do this to my kids, but my parents' generation is to some extent responsible for telling people you need to just go into debt, do whatever it takes, borrow as much money as you can. The government's complicit as well for getting all this money, making it available for free. The colleges are responsible for responding to the moral hazard that the government set up with all the costs continue to grow and the value continues to go down for a degree. So, I mean, my kids are smart. If they go to college, that's great. I certainly don't have a requirement that they would. I'm not holding out this hope that, that's what they have to do. If it's going to be vocational or technical or whatever, it could be some combination of, entrepreneurial skills that doesn't come with an official stamp from a university, but is just as valuable to an employer once they realize that a credential degree is not the only thing that indicates somebody can work hard and provide value.
Let me say something there, because I've taught college, and Derek will kind of give you the closing statement here. Okay. So the thing that concerns me about that is because I've taught college with all these Zamboni parented kids, like I'm seeing kids that even that are 25 and still, or adults who are still not ready for the workforce. And the whole term of Zamboni parenting, like smoothing out the ice so that your child never faces any adversity. I don't know if that's any better in Gen Z. And so, as opposed to getting people into the workforce earlier, I'm concerned about them getting in at all. And that's a whole kind of cultural conversation about like, what do we do about the fact that people are so weak-minded and wussy and cry as adults? I mean, not that you should never cry as an adult, but you shouldn't cry because you face a workplace challenge and you're having a long day. You know what I mean? Like, that's not cool.
Well, I have some coloring books right here in my car in case I have a rough day at work.
Do you really?
No.
You know what? I mean, no, because honestly, I'm a Samsung fan. Sorry, Apple people. And I do the note. Sometimes I just color on my phone for 5 minutes when I'm like trying to think about a solution or something. Like you can use.
I'm actually not knocking the concept. I think that sort of an outlet can actually be really helpful, just emotionally, to have artwork and a physical release like that. I'm more making fun of the social justice warrior type that somebody comes on campus and says something mildly conservative, and it's considered so outrageous that they have to have their puppies and their cookies and their safe space and their coloring books.
Oh, I didn't even know coloring books were like a thing in that world, so that's why I didn't get the joke.
Coloring books? That's a real thing.
Oh yeah, no, it's a real thing. So Derek, what are you thinking about these things, man?
As somebody who gets paid to play with toys, I can't sit there and tell my kids, don't go chase what you're passionate about. There is somebody, and I'm going to paraphrase a quote here. What other country in basically the world can you land yourself a job where you get paid to do what you're passionate about? I'm the exact example in terms of, like I said, I get paid to play with these things. It's not a bad gig. And so, I'm definitely not sold on the 4-year degree. I can think of a handful of classes from my degree that served me very well and that I'm very thankful for. but in terms of the amount of money spent for the return on investment, I'm not convinced it's there. And, you know, I'm going to tell my boys, and granted the oldest one is just entering kindergarten, you know, do what you're passionate about. Be good at something. Be passionate about it. Care about it. And if you want to go, you know, create a job to do it, go do it. You know, if somebody out there isn't already giving you the outlet to do that, you know, go chase it. And granted, you know, the oldest right now thinks he wants to be a YouTube star, but, you know, there's a fine line between reality and, yeah, you can go out and do this if you care enough about it.
Guys, I would love to do this again. I gotta go back to work. Seth, I just noticed you had 2 pairs of headphones.
You what?
I just noticed you had 2 pairs of headphones.
I do. Because these ones died.
Oh, they did. Okay.
Always keep a backup.
Guys, this was very fun. I love this Open Line Friday format. I'm trying to do an hour, 5 days a week. That's about all the time I get for this. But I got about 1,000 people paying attention right now, which is crazy. But I would love to have you individually as a pair or whatever in the future again. And I really got to sign off. I'll talk to you both later, okay?
All right. That was fun.
Everybody, see ya.
Bye.